Racism allegations at Cornwall Hill College in Pretoria have now caught the attention of Gauteng Education Mnisi Panyaza Lesufi. In fact, the MEC will this morning intervene following last week's peaceful demonstration by parents during the school's golf fundraising. Newzroom Africa's Linda Mnisi is already at the institution for us this morning. He joins us now live. And Linda, it is an early start. We're entering the throes of winter, so it's also quite dark. But I understand there's already movement at that school.
Indeed, and I mean, we're starting to see parents trickle in with their placards. So remember, as you've just mentioned, last week there was, of course, peaceful demonstrations when the school had its golf fundraising, parents raising what seems to be long-standing issues here at this particular school. We understand that there's even been a petition, a 53-page petition written by past and current students. And now that dates back to 2004 and 2020. So those learners really detailing in that petition some of the incidences that have happened in this school. So last week's protest then, catching the attention of Gauteng Education MEC Panyaza Lesufi, who will this morning try to intervene, but to speak to us really about how parents have been feeling about what has been happening here in this school. I've got with me one parent already. I under what you're seeing, has got two placards, one written, "Equality is not a zero-sum game. We want transformation. We all win." Another one, "Imagine the lifelong trauma of racism." And I'll bring him now into this conversation. Thank you so much for your time, sir. I mean, this seemingly is a big problem for you as parents, having to witness your children, go through something like this. What are some of the stories that they've told you?
No, good morning and good morning to the viewers. So my name is Newzroom. I am a parent at the school. In fact, I've been associated with the school since 2014 with 3 boys at the school. So what happened is that last year, around May last year, a racist video surfaced at the school. But beyond the video, then past and current learners penned a 54-page document indicating their trauma at the school, how they are treated by the teachers, how their hair, for instance, for the girls one, seems to be a big story and detracts from what the learner is here, at the school for. Some of the just racist, subtle racist comments that get made, to them, by the teachers. And the interesting thing about the 54-page addendum we're talking about, it's not just penned by black learners, it's also penned by white learners who are acknowledging that they have not experienced racism themselves at the school, but however they've seen how racist tendencies are meted out to their black counterparts.
You're also calling for the resignation of the principal, the executive principal of the school, but also there are issues around the transformation itself of the board. We understand that a transformation committee was also established in May last year, but there's been very little that has been done. Those are the allegations that we're hearing that came through last week. So if you could talk us through, some of the efforts that you as parents have made in terms of now wanting transformation and some of the things that you wanted addressed and what the school has done so far.
Look, since the addendum, from the kids came out last year, parents penned a letter of their own to the school and met with the school management, and it was out of that meeting that a process was agreed to say, let's get a diversity and transformation specialist that's going to help the school to lead this transformation process. A specialist was appointed, a consultant was appointed, but we don't know what happened, because then that person seems to have been busy and then ended up going elsewhere. But as a result of that, a diversity and transformation committee was established. So towards the end of last year, in November to be precise, so a diversity and transformation committee was established. However, the movement has been very slow. I am part of that committee. We have had meetings with the school. We have met as the committee, which includes management of the school. But we have met for the first time with the board, I think last week on Thursday, 27th. We met with the board for the first time, and they acknowledge all of these things, but you ask themselves, why have you not moved? At least since May last year, if not before that. They can't answer to that question except to say, yeah, we agree and we commit to transformation, but commitment without action comes to naught.
The school has issued a statement last week saying that issues of non-racialism and transformation are enshrined in their policies. They also think that issues around the hair policies need to be revisited, as well as some of the issues that have been detailed by some of the past and the present learners. Do you think there is any truth reflected in that statement?
Look, there is. I mean, there is truth insofar as policies. I mean, there is anti-discrimination policy at the school. There is hair policy at the school. And there's all sorts of policies. So the issue is not even about the policies themselves. The issue is about the realities, I mean, that kids experience at the school. And some of these things might just come from biases because, I mean, as human beings, we've got our own biases on issues and we might not even be aware of them. And so it might be that as teachers, white teachers engage with black children, I mean, they are not aware of how they are engaging with them on some of these issues. So policies are there. All the policies, I mean, what they should be, I mean, should you have a hair policy, I mean, that seems to be favoring white girls rather than black girls, because those are some of the issues that kids are raising, and you'll see later on today, I mean, when kids speak for themselves, I mean, to say, don't police my hair, and it's not as if this hair is unneat and whatever, but it's only that someone does not prefer the hair to be the way it is, and that's it.
And just lastly, do you think the MEC's intervention is going to help with all the long-standing issues here in the school?
Look, it should. I mean, it should help because all we want is just a conversation with the school. And it has started. I mean, parents had started itself. And so the MEC coming here is basically to lend a hand, I mean, in this process because it is the kids in this school that started this and parents, I mean, caught into it. And so we're just getting everyone, I mean, to assist in lending a hand in ensuring a proper transformed school. No one wants to destroy the school. We like the school and we believe that it is a good school. But with respect to transformation and diversity, it has not moved at all. And this is so bad for a post-apartheid South Africa. Remember, this is not an old school, only established in 1998.
All right, there you have it, Ayanda. That's one of the parents there expressing some concern, but also believing that the intervention by the MEC will also yield some results. You know, also speaking about some of the issues and the hair policies. I just want to show you on this side some of the parents, Ayanda, who have started arriving, those placards with all the messages which reflect issues of transformation and diversity, and some of the cars that are passing by hooting, Ayanda, and really in support of what the parents and the learners, as you can see there on your screen, have come out to express. So seemingly some of the issues that we've seen in schools like Pretoria Girls High being reflected. It remains now to be seen what the MEC will do with this particular issue, and if he will implement similar issues or similar strategies in terms of how he dealt with the Pretoria School for Girls, rather, Ayanda.
Linda Mnisi, thanks very much indeed. Great to see you back there. Linda live to us there from Cornwall Hill College in Pretoria.